Hey everyone, welcome back to another video, and I am really excited for this one because this is the boss battle kind of my at-home animatronic unboxing. Because while we were there, we bought 3 animatronics, if you saw my community post, and we had to return one because the one was broken twice, so we ended up just returning it, not getting a new one. But the second one was a success, and now we have At Home's 10-foot skeleton, and I am so excited for this because I've been wanting a towering skeleton for so long, and we got this one. It's not as tall as Home Depot's, and it's lacking the digi-eyes, but it does have a built-in light-up chest. I think Home Depot sold like a kit for a light-up chest, but this one has it built in, and it's also far cheaper than Home Depot's. We also got a discount, like a 10% on top of the $250, so. So here's what you see when you open it. You can see right away the rib cage. I think the spine, or maybe that's a leg. It has a really thick piece of cardboard over there, I guess for padding, which is really nice. They packed this pretty well, at least from what I'm seeing so far. So right away, I'm gonna pull out the head because I'm really excited to see how big this head is. It's looking pretty big right now. Here is the head. This thing is mess. Here's my hand compared to this head. This head is absolutely massive, and in the back of the head is the cord for the light up eyes. I don't know if I'm gonna have light up eyes going on this guy. With my props and displays, I sort of shoot for more of a realistic look, so for a lot of my animatronics with light up eyes, I usually just keep the eyes unplugged, except for Wacky Mole, because his eyes kind of look cool. But this is weatherproof, so this guy is made for indoors and outdoors. I don't think I said that yet, but he is. Here's the eyes, just a little bit of leftover hot glue there, but yeah, so wow, that is massive. So I guess we'll pull out the chest next, which has, I'm assuming, yeah, the instructions in color, so that's pretty cool. Probably won't use these. I try to set up all my animatronics without instructions just because I think it's fun. So we have, looks like the feet are zip tied to the chest, it looks like. So I'm gonna cut those off. Like, look at this foot. This thing is huge. Again, my hand compared to this foot, this thing is massive. Alright. Here's the wire that goes up to the head, and then the wire for the light up chest is already plugged in there. And then if you look down here, if I can angle it, you can see these are the strip right here. These are the LEDs for the chest. It's only the strip going down the middle, so it's just going down here. And it looks like there's only, I think, 4 or 5 individual LEDs. There's only like 4 or 5 going up and down there. So like, it's not like your average LED strip. It just looks like a couple individual LEDs, which I'm not a huge fan of, but you know, I kind of wish it was a bigger strip, but it's whatever. This looks like a leg over here. This looks like, this might be the leg. No, maybe this actually, I'm pretty sure this is the spine. And then you have your cores on either end, so that does look like the spine. I think this is a Jemmy. Oh, this is a okay. I actually did not know this guy was Jemmy. I had no idea this guy was Jemmy. Yeah, and if you saw my previous unboxing, I got this in the other one too. Don't return the product, try to get help. Which, I mean, fair, but I just think it's funny that they put that in there. Let's take out this piece of cardboard. They really packed this well. They really did. Alright, let's see. Alright, you got the pelvis. At least I think that's what this is called. Yeah, this thing's pretty big. Pretty big. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot, but it's true. It's true. All right, so this is the painful part. I haven't changed my camera angle once, although I don't think I need to. All of those pieces, they're all zip tied to the base. So I'm just going to stop the recording and cut all of those. This is going to be a pain, but I got to get through it. Okay, I think I got most of the zip ties out. I didn't want to pull anything out. I wanted to pull it all out on camera so so everyone knows which parts are which. So I think I got all the zip ties. So this looks like, oh, okay, so this is the leg with the battery slot. You have an on and an off switch, and then looks like right there where that button is, it says timer. So I'm guessing if you press the button, it turns on the timer, which I have to read into because I want to know how long that lasts for. Okay, so that kind of sucks because you can only use this thing on batteries. It doesn't look like there's a spot for a cord, so if that's like a make it or break it situation. So the arm looks like it's in one piece. Here's the hand. You can move the hand around. It has a ball joint. It also sounds like something's loose in here. Probably just plastic. So at the elbow, you can pose it, which is really nice. And then up here, it looks like it has a similar joint to Home Depot's. So you can screw that in there. This, I'm assuming, is just a stabilizing pole. So that's nice. It's the same color as the bones, so it'll blend in better, which is really nice. This looks like the other leg, because it has that piece right there. And this looks like another part of the leg. Okay, so it looks like the pull on the leg is just coming out. Or this, I bet this is the leg. I guess the other one, yeah. The other one was already slipping out, I just didn't notice it. The other arm. Okay, so it looks like the base comes split in half. This is a massive base. And yeah, so it comes split in half, which is really nice. And I did leave one zip tie on there, so I'm gonna cut that and then we'll just get right into the assembly. So I did slide the base together. I don't know if it's forwards or backwards right now. Probably will look at the instructions actually to make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, it's backwards. So I'm gonna go flip that around. This does also come with stakes, which I have not found yet, but I bet they're in here somewhere, and if not, no big deal. Alright, so here are the feet, so let me go slip those on. So there's the feet, and I guess next we're putting the legs on. Here's what I'm looking at right now, just to show you what I'm doing. There's kind of what I'm looking at. So, yeah, the lower legs are next. One thing I'm liking about this so far is that they're putting all of the stickers with the letters on it in the back, which makes it a lot easier to set up without people seeing the stickers if you don't want to take them all off. So I put in the femur and it's already taller than me. I'm not even done with the legs yet, and this thing is already taller than I am. Now I'm about to put the one on with the power. The other Gemmy animatronic I got from Lowe's already had batteries in it, so this one might already have batteries in it. I don't know though. So I put the legs in, and I'm guessing that's where this pole comes into play. I'm guessing this one connects the two. So far, it looks like the pelvis is just sitting on there. The instructions blew away though, so I have to go chase after those to see if I'm right. So, okay, before we keep building onto that structure, which is already passing up the porch, the rest of the torso, we can actually just build right here on the ground, so we're not getting too far up. So, this is when we grab the torso, and then we put the rest of the spine in place. So this is where the spine comes into play. That just slides in, and it'll snap. The wires probably aren't supposed to hang out the back, but that's how I'm leaving it for now, because this thing's coming right apart when I'm done, because it's not time for it yet, sadly, so I'm not putting it out yet. But I think the arms are next, so let me see how to attach those. So before I move on, I did notice that here there's a screw poking out, and it was supposed to go in there. That's just an easy fix, but I'm gonna make sure to fix that before we actually put them out for Halloween. So once you get the arm in, you just twist this piece right here, and that'll tighten it in. For now, I just left this one straight down, so it's not putting stress on this, because that screw is out, and I do have to fix that. This side looks okay, though. That screw just... Okay, so that screw isn't holding anything in. I feel like it's supposed to be through there, but I guess it just didn't. So that... Okay, that's another little flaw. These at-home animatronics always, at least for me, have been coming with just a slight flaw, or just something that straight up makes it not work. So at home seems to be kind of a gamble, and yeah, the things there are really cheap, but because it's, you know, a little cheaply made. Honestly, if you want something a little better, a little more reliable, I'd probably go with Home Depot, but we will see how this goes. I'll probably withhold most of the judgment until after the season's over to see how he holds up. So I actually just put the rest together myself, because the head was kind of a pain to get in. I still don't know if I pushed it in all the way. I probably didn't. The pelvis I actually put on backwards, so I had to take the torso off and reverse the pelvis, put it back on. It was a pain, but I got it all together, and it comes with 5 stakes to put in the base. 2 go in the back, 1 in the middle, and then 2 in the front, but I also have a rock in the corner because it's leaning this way just a little bit. But I actually just put 3 stakes in there, 2 in the back, 1 in the front, because it's not staying here. This is just a temporary spot. The lights are on in the eyes and in the torso, but I'm gonna leave it out tonight just so hopefully I can get a good nighttime shot. So I read into the instructions, and the timer feature is 6 hours on, 18 hours off, so that's not bad at all, and I doubt it'll really eat through the batteries. I'm guessing the feature's activated by the button. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Maybe it's just when you turn the switch on. I would have to read more into it. I didn't really understand it at first. But the button is held on the leg just by a zip tie, so you can just cut it off, loop it around the poles there to hide it, or you can just take it out. You don't have to cut it or anything. I'm pretty sure it just comes out the back. But yeah, I think that's all the features. The arms are posable by the elbow. I wouldn't pose it by the shoulder. I would just leave them both down, because that part seems a little flimsy. That's really the only part on him that kind of worries me, is the shoulder joints. It's just, it was kind of iffy putting together, but the rest of it seems fine. If you want one that's a bit higher quality and, you know, that has the LCD eyes, I would just go with Home Depot's. It's taller, it's probably higher quality. I haven't actually seen one up close in person, but I'm guessing it's higher quality. This one was $250, and the Home Depot one is, I think, $300. I think. I don't know if it comes with the updated head or not. I don't know if you have to buy that separately, but the Home Depot one, I think, is $300. But we got 10% off of this one too, so we ended up paying less than the $250, and that's why we got this one, because it was the cheapest out of the options, but it was still really tall. Joann has their 8-foot tall talking one with LCD eyes, but that one's really expensive. I think that one, with their 20% discount they have going on right now, I think that one's $300. So it's definitely up there. So I think if you want a cheap towering skeleton prop, I think this one is honestly your best bet. I would go pick it up at home. I know Walmart has one, and I think Big Lots is getting one in, but to me they look kind of crappy and cartoonish, and I don't know. This one is a lot more realistic looking. It has cracks throughout the bones. That's one reason why I really like this one, because of the cracks. And yeah, I think it's really cool. The detail is really cool. The setup and the quality is a little iffy in some places, but overall, for what you're paying for, I think it's a really cool one. And yeah, again, if you want a cheap towering skeleton, I would go to At Home and I would get that one. And I would make sure those screws, when I take them down, I'm gonna fix the screws that were in the shoulders, because you saw the ones that were hanging out. But yeah, I think if I were to rate this prop, I'd give it probably a solid 7. It's not, really the only thing that's holding it back for me is just the quality. But again, you kind of get what you pay for, and I think it's kind of worth around the $230-ish, however much it is after the 10% off. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at that. If I can get a good nighttime shot, I'll put it right at the end of the video. But aside from that, I'll see you all in the next video.